Hmm. Guess that's just a trade-off.
Like, you know, storage crates being able to be usable and bullshit.
You know what would be cool? I mean, it's far too cold here, but like environments like this actually having like water flowing through. Like I can see some areas where it just looking at the topography, it looks like there used to be a river here once.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Also, this is very, very beautiful, yet kind of desolate, barren wasteland.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like it'd be a great place to have a nice little outpost.
Yeah, hey, look, when we get outposts, I'm definitely setting one up right next door to the necropolis. This way we can say, hey, I live next door to the necropolis.
Yeah, the what?
No, like a few meters out, because this wasteland goes for a while. Like you can find a good outpost instead. Like right here where we're over, it's nice flat.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll ever put an actual toilet in the tower in the fucking cutlass.
Do a what?
A toilet and a shower in the cutlass.
Hmm.
Like there's room. Like if you move the weapon racks over over a bit to the left, and then there's like some little like storage shit. Move that over a bit. I mean, as it is, honestly, if you were fine with that blocking the beds a bit, so you'd have to like kind of rework maybe the bed angle. But you could probably have something just to the left of the rack. You got like a little cubby space. The only problem is you couldn't get to the bed then. Yeah.
Oh, like right here, this is perfect. This area right here is perfect for an outpost.
Yeah, it's nice, flat, relatively well.
It's elevated. You get this nice little elevation here compared to the rest of the ground around it. And there's like a little ramp, like the hill kind of goes down here. So
yeah, probably like right in like that little hill there. So you've got a defensive side on one angle there.
Yeah, like if you place it like smack in the middle of this giant like elevated rock, you got a hill that goes down, so we can drive up and down this through the area and surrounding terrain.
Yeah.
You got an elevated position again, so this way if infantry try to come.
You can have an entire little outpost here. Get some. Get like a nice little for any ground vehicles. You have like a little serpentine they have to navigate.
Yeah.
Like just like try to ram your gate.
And like just to
just
for
scale. If you're landing in, you have to land over here unless you're an ally. Then you can land up close.
Yeah, like and you can see obviously like here just for scale. Oops, I want to show off that this
you're
is a pretty.
Ground.
No, but it's like it's a pretty steep hill. Like it's bigger than the Cutlass. So.
But it's like we could have it where it's like, hey, if you're an ally, you can land in the compound. Otherwise, you have to land off. And
otherwise, say like you have to land. You have to land on the lower.
Or drag your Ursa or whatever the fuck.
Like land over here, and you have to drive. Around to the.
Yeah. Otherwise, of course, we'd have like
white road over here.
Roads that go and fucking just start chewing you up.
Outpost, yeah. Pretty cool. I think it's starting to get snowy. The snow terrain is like right in front of us.
And I can't wait for fucking for us to have fauna as well. Like just seeing whatever fucking critters they got here. Just along and shit.
Like the space yeti, the Spieti.
Yeah.
Yep. And now look at that. I love how beautiful these kind of just blend in. Like they transition over. It's so much better than they used to be.
Desolate, but at the same time it looks kind of inviting.
I really like that too, because now look at our backyard. If we were to set up on that little rock, got a snowy backyard to play in. I love remember the last time we went into like just exploring like a wooded area like this?
Did we all die horribly?
I think we all did. We were literally beating each other, so I love the trees of Microtech and like the wooded area and the snow. Especially at night, because at night it's so like dark and it makes you feel like you're in a horror game.
I mean, I would love it. I don't know if we'd ever have the option, but I would love it if you're like at Microtech. I would love the option to be, if you're exploring or something. Actually, this would be great in general.
I was gonna say, here's another great outpost location.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Right here, because it's literally, you have more elevation. You got those mountains over there that you can probably set up like
AA defenses.
I was gonna say that, or I was gonna say like a auxiliary guard posts. You know, like for snipers and shit. You can have you know, the main base location here. Again, it's elevated, but you can still drive up at least with a cyclone, or some may not. Oh, but you can still drive around the long way right here. Like right over here. You can drive up with it and stuff. Yeah, it works. I'm recording this, so this way.
Like you're in like Microtech, you got like, you know, it's like oh, we've got like a 2 or 3 man crew on an Ursa. I would love to be able to have it to where it's like, okay, we've got the Ursa, we're off doing whatever the fuck, and having like some little habitats. You go like little some kind of little, you know, soft shelled tent, for lack of a better word, whether it's a high tech tent or whatever. It has a bed in there, so you could log out, and then all your shit will persist and all that kind of stuff. You know, so you're actually logging out properly there, and having just a nice little campfire. I would love to have that.
Yeah, because again, there is survival mechanics. Not that they're like, you know, hardcore like other games, thank God, but it does give you that kind of feeling. Okay, can we have it like where we just go camping for a night and just, you know, fend off against whatever wilderness is there, like almost like the Nomad trailer they had with IAE this year, you know, where they had Jimmy,
exactly.
Jax McCleary and Jimmy went camping in Nomads, and then he hit a tree.
They had the alien in the background.
Oh, look at that! All that snow and the trees.
But yeah, I would just love to be able to do like make a campfire, and that would go immediately, of course, raising the ambient temperature. So it's like, okay, yeah, you might not have to have, even if there's if there's like a storm out, okay, you'd have to be in a little shelter or in a vehicle. But it's like, okay, if it's just normal, you know, normal nighttime there, hey, you're good in your little foot suit or whatever.
Yeah, and like here, look, we're still in the transitional area between the obsidian rocky area and the snow. I love it. It's like it goes on for miles, but it's real.
Oh, and then also too, bear in mind too, it's like, let's say, you know, you've got someone else that was on the same planet, because of course there's going to be, you know, hundreds if not thousands of player works, because there's going to be thousands of players.
There's shortly over 3 million of us already right now.
You're going to have, hey, you know, over here, you know, a couple miles away are our neighbors, you know, from this org or this group or whatever. They've got a homestead over here, and it might be like, hey, you know, we were just attacked. Can you go and help us out? Oh, sure, yeah, we got our ships over here. We can go and fly cover for you guys, or, you know, do whatever, or, you know, pull you guys out, evacuate what we can.
Ooh, this mountain.
Or, oh, hey, there was a sign of Yetis nearby, you know, space Yetis nearby, or whatever the fuck. You want to go on a hunting trip? Yeah, sure, you know. So you and another warrior, it's just kind of a spontaneous thing. Or, oh, we'll just group up and do our thing.
This area looks like it would be a fun Cyclone RC race.
Yeah, but you'd probably hit all the trees.
The rocks would be more concerned, yeah. But
one thing I really hope we get soon, is the ability for cyclones versus anything like that, control the maximum thrust, i.e. the cruise control that we have, just like we do per ship.
Yeah.
Because that will be amazing.
I want a cruise control for vehicles too.
You want what?
A cruise control for vehicles, because the Dragonfly has it, but Cyclones don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there is no cruise control, and I want that vehicle. Like, yeah, I know it's not really, like, you realistically you wouldn't want that on your car, but you know, sometimes you kind of just want to like take in the view and sit back while your car drives you through this open terrain where there's literally nothing around for miles, no trees, no anything. It's just some hills and a few rocks and snow or grass or whatever. Plus, it would be very useful for screenshots.
Oh yeah. Well, that, and I think they've said we might have, like, personal camera drones and shit, so...
I just love how it's like we're on an actual world. Look at it, just keeps going forever. Like, this is the exact opposite of Ida, where like Ida, you can see the horizon, it feels like it's 2 feet in front of you. What's our fuel at? 61.
Where we're going, we don't need fuel. And where's that bell?
Gotta go straight up, back into space. Microtech is such a, like, this planet is definitely the prettiest of the 3 so far.
Oh yeah, especially
and it will continue to be, because unlike Crusader, it has a surface.
Yeah.
Whereas Crusader is a gas
Crusader's gonna be
giant.
great. Once you get past the ship-crushing depths, the core of it is beautiful.
You know, where you're liquid.